already millionaires larger tax breaks. They try to tell you that this legislation is about the kids and the babies and it's all about the children.
And they don't support legislation like Joe Biden's so-called Build Back Better, which does nothing but put money in the pockets of those who already out working like the rest of us.
By the way, Hillary Clinton listed 30,000 emails. They've been deleted.
This is the grease. The grease, the grease, the grease, the grease. This is the grease, y'all. I got some more grease coming up for you right now. Man, boy, I got it for you. Okay, right now, it says here. Now, this is according to Red Voice Media. Okay. Biden incest and pedophilia confirmed. Ashley Biden diary, legitimate FBI cover up exposed. Wow, this is some deep stuff. Now, this is coming from, as I said, I'm just giving you the message. And all this is for entertainment purposes. So make sure you know it's for entertainment purposes for WMQGradio.com, my HAPS page. It has nothing to do with any of this. This is just, I'm just giving you the grease, okay? Biden incest and pedophilia. Check this out. Okay. A whole year, Patrick Howley broke a huge story with the National File. He obtained a 2019 diary written by Joe Biden's daughter, Ashley, while she was doing a drug rehab stint in Florida. That diary, most than 100 pages long, revealed a staggering amount of detail about Ashley's personal life. In it, she describes taking showers with her father as a child showers, she said, weren't entirely appropriate. She described other childhood sexual traumas as well, which she blamed for an overwhelming adult drive. Now, this is coming from them. This has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with HAPS, nothing to do with WMQG radio. I'm just bringing you the grease. Woo! This is some deep stuff, y'all. And I do this research and I find all this stuff so that I can actually let you know. Okay, I got something else here too. So you can go look this up. You can DuckDuckGo it. DuckDuckGo. Child porn dungeon found in Newsom's basement. Ooh, they doing some crazy stuff like this. Now, this is some crazy stuff. Now, you know I take children seriously because you know what happened with my son, Aaron and Elijah. Okay, it says here. Now, this is coming from the governor. Shame California Governor Gavin Newsom. Oh, had ulterior motives for living at a luxurious $4 million estate. Instead, for living his luxurious $4 million lifestyle in his mansion, this dude had child pornography and child sex going up underneath in his basement. Now, this is what it says. You can check this out for yourself. I have nothing to do with this, but you can actually, I'm getting this from News X paper. This was reported. So all these things are going on and everything is being exposed because we're in Aquarius season right now. This is the Aquarius season. So I would like for you to know that this is going on. Bombshell, New York Times, FBI confirms the diary, as I stated, is so much going on, so much, so much, so much. You got to keep every day. Okay, it says here, Revel ransomware hackers who infected 5,000 arrested police claims. Two hackers, this is crazy. Two hackers who used it's REVIL ransomware to effect an attempt to extort as many as 5,000 victims have been arrested in Romania, according to Europol. The European policing said on Monday that the pair who hired ransom software from Revel had made much as 500,000 in ransom payments. Revel sold ransom tools. Now this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm looking at this and like, wow. So ransom tools hackers, but its website suddenly went offline in July following a threat from the Biden administration to crack down on the Russian link group. Its malware was effective airlocking up victims' files. So it's just a lot of stuff. It's a war going on in the air. And when I say air, it's in the internet, all that type of stuff. There is a war going on. So, and normally we would think of a war if someone is coming to shoot somebody, or now they're shooting, but they're shooting from the air, like taking this down, going to your site, taking it down, shutting down, cutting off information, holding people hostage within so they can't get their things out like they did to me. They muted me. So things like that. That's a war because they don't want a lot of people to know what's actually going on in these streets. So I just want you all to know that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go right now to this. Y'all check this out. Let me pull this up closer so you can hear what's going on in these streets.
Got questions about Nassara? If you go to DuckDuckGo and look up Nassara, it's going to bring up, just look up images. It'll bring up all these for you. It breaks down everything on Nassara.
Now, I played this earlier, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to Judy Byington.
California Governor Gavin Newsom was arrested on November 1st by Marines. Israeli hospitals' IT system still down weeks after cyber attack, the Jerusalem Post. If you are on the fence about Newsmax, Netherlands, electronics chain MediaMarkt is currently undergoing a cyber attack. Australia, official SOS from Australia. Investigative reporter John Solomon reveals who Durham will go after next. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of every cell, and are recognized as key players in aging and some diseases as Alzheimer's/Parkinson's. Our scientists are working on developing a technique to modify the body's natural electromagnetic life frequencies and induce mitochondrial regeneration with medbed tachyonic energy. The first human trials are planned for mid-2022. The sequel to The Fall of the Cabal by Janet Seabard and Cynthia Coeder. Who is the Cabal? In this God knows how many parts in total series, the Cabal will be fully exposed. This sequel is not about Q, nor Trump. It is about the Cabal. It will give you info that will blow you off your socks. Crime, money laundering, cartels, high treason, all of which under your nose. Who is the Cabal? This sequel is not about Q, nor Trump. Part 2: The Wrath of the Jesuit Council. From Weishaupt and the creation of the Order of the Illuminati to Napoleon and World War I. Follow their trail of destruction in order to know whom we're dealing with. Part 3: About the Russian Revolution, the Great Depression and World War II. All instigated by the Cabal. Through manipulating the stock market, by pushing Cabal puppets forward, and by ruthlessly killing millions of people who stood in their way. With one goal, and one goal alone. Part 4: The Protocols of Zion. Part 5: About the Georgia Guidestones, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, the UN, and the Peacekeepers. Part 6: About Henry Kissinger, Population Policy, the UN and its many NGOs, the UN Population Fund, Population Control, Forced Abortions, and Sterilizations, and Planned Parenthood, and Margaret Sanger. Part 7: About the 5,500 NGOs, connected to the UN, who do so-called charity work. Upon investigating their very own financial papers, we discovered that NGOs are nothing but the perfect business model to launder money, billions of dollars, to avoid paying tax, and to invest in the Cabal's main target, depopulation and world dominance. Join us to peel off a few more layers of this onion to find who the Cabal truly is. Part 8: Exposure of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, their so-called philanthropy in India and Africa, and one of the most favorite tools of the Cabal to roll out the Protocols of Zion and Agenda 21 and 2030. Part 9: Further exposure of Bill Gates, his obsession with genetically modifying everything he can lay his hands on, and his secret ties to the US Army. Also exposing the corruption of Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, current Director General of the WHO. Part 10: Further exposure of Bill Gates, buying shares in companies active in the area of control, manipulation, censorship, and adrenochrome. About Gates' multiple visits to Epstein Island, and his foolish denial, his investments in Monsanto. Part 11: Further exposure of Bill Gates, being involved in some of the most polluting companies in the world. Exposing his money fraud and redefining philanthropy. Synthetic biology, a curse or a blessing? Part 13: Final exposure of Bill Gates, his last evil schemes in the limelights. What does that look like in our daily lives? Disasters, famine, and drought. plagues, and diseases. The true story behind HIV/AIDS. Duty note: on Monday morning 8th of November, the above GCR schedule was received from Charlie Ward, head of GCR Task Force. It placed Tier 4B, us, the Internet Group, time for redemption beginning in 16 days, on Wednesday 24th of November. Brace yourself. These next weeks were sure to be filled with massive disclosures and possible activation of the emergency broadcast system. It was recommended that you have 2 to 3 weeks of food and necessities on hand. John F. Kennedy Jr., a week is ahead, a week that will change the world. The enormity of what is coming will blow your mind. The truth will come out, bigger and stronger than ever before. On October 23, 2021, Charlie Ward reported, John Durham has released 320,000 unsealed indictments, 37,000 for California alone. Each indictment can contain the names of up to 99 defendants. Mass arrests are occurring, especially in California, Texas, and D.C. Reports are that Social Security payments will jump to $5,000 a month maximum, or 3 times whatever is being received now. The world will revert to 1955 to 1970 prices due to death of inflation. Steve Jobs is alive and is the one behind the coming Q phones. Everything the mainstream media tells you is a lie. They are rapidly being brought down as we speak. The EBS, Emergency Broadcast System, is coming and will be shocking. Do not be obsessed with dates as is the cabal, for this is all event-driven and includes the degree of public awakening. Though we're exercising the extreme caution. The real news for Monday, November 8, 2021. The Biden supply chain crisis now has nearly 160 ships waiting outside Long Beach and Los Angeles port complex to unload goods. Boris braces for backlash in emergency debate on sleaze today. Q March 30, 2018. Who is Q? Facebook developing new AI that can track, see, hear, remember whatever you do. Share so more people reach this information and get rid of this app. Hackers breached 9 key organizations, including U.S. defense. Cyber criminals have targeted organizations in defense, energy, healthcare, tech, and education. Palo Alto Networks security firm told CNN. The hackers are reportedly making an ongoing effort to thief data from U.S. defense contractors, according to research. It's claimed the espionage groups steal passwords to maintain long-term access to servers. With a senior researcher describing what they have found the tip of the spear. Palo Alto Networks claims the tools used overlap with a Chinese hacking group, but the source is still unknown. Deadly flash floods grip Sri Lanka and southern India. 9 people have been killed and 2 remain missing after a week's worth of rain pounded the region. Poland puts territorial defense forces on alert as large numbers of migrants gather on the border with Belarus. More than 12,000 troops are on border duty according to Polish politician Mariusz Błaszczak. Earlier, Poland's Ministry of Defense published footage of a convoy of reportedly 1,000 refugees heading to the EU country from Belarus. Lithuania is purportedly sending troops to help its bloc partner at the Polish-Belarusian border, due to the influx of migrants. Ria Novosti, if you were on the fence about Newsmax. Netherlands, electronics chain MediaMarkt is currently undergoing a cyber attack. Australia, official SOS from Australia.
Wow. Man, this is the grease. These are some of the things that you will not, you shall not, you cannot listen, because the regular stations that we listen to will not broadcast this. They will not. We got so many people that are researching and looking and going to different things for us. And so all I'm doing is putting it out there for you to wake up so that you can go and research and find things out for yourself, because it's best to know something from within you. And if you can know these things, and you'll be able to share and you'll be prepared, then all of a sudden, boom, your favorite celebrity has been arrested, because a lot of the celebrities have already been arrested. But it's like a movie. They have to allow these things to play a part so that they won't cause a lot of things to go on within the people, because there is going to be a depression, but it will be a depression of your favorite people that you loved and you believed in and you felt so great about. Because I found out a lot of things, and it really hurts, because I didn't know that these people were doing these things. And you really know, you never know anybody. You don't even know me. You just know what I'm presenting in front of you. And so you have to be that way, even though I'm not that type of person, you're not that type of person, but you have to be that way because the only one that you can trust is the power that's within you. And so I'm doing this because I want everybody to know what you can do and you can be aware of what's going on so that you can prepare yourself for anything to happen. There's so much grease out here. So I would encourage you to continue to listen to WMQGradio.com, and I'll be on also. I'll jump in and out. If anybody's listening on HAPS, I believe, I don't know if I was muted because I was playing music. I'm not sure. But if you know already, please let me know because right now you can hear me. So I believe it was music. I have to go back and look at the rules. And I do apologize if that's it because out of my ignorance, I didn't know. So if you know that, if you could tell me, then I'll go back and look at it. But I really appreciate HAPS and all the other outlets that are allowing me to put this on so that you can hear it. But also, even if they do take me off, you can go to WMQGradio.com, hear some great music. Let me know what type of music you like because I'm mixing it all together because we are one, all of us. It's all about the being inside of each and one of us. It's not about color and all this race stuff. All of that stuff does not exist unless you create it. I don't create that. So for me, it doesn't exist. I love everybody and I thank God. Even the ones that try to do things to sabotage what I'm doing, I still love you because that's who I am and that's who the power of God created me to be from within. Because this is what, everybody's fussing and fighting about who God this and God that. This who I say God is. That's it. I know it's crazy. I know it's weird, but that's what I've been told because I'm the one, and I was told from the voice that I hear within myself that you can't hear, but you can hear it within yourself, and I can hear within myself, and we all are one, but it's separated because of the power of, and when the power of takes over, there's nothing I can hear from within you. There's nothing you can hear from within me because we all are connected to. That's it. So I hope y'all understand that because it comes to me like that. And I just think, I really thank God. And I say God because that's what they said. But if I could say, I really thank for what has been done for me. I thank for what's been done for me. And when I say that, I'm talking about this is Ron Anthony. I want to get back to some more music. I have about 5 more minutes on WMQG radio. If you have any music that you want to hear, you can email me at WMQG106.5FM at gmail.com. That's WMQG106.5FM at gmail.com. Please donate so that I can continue to keep this going. And if you have any type of commercials that you want to get on, just send it to me. If it's 50, if it's 30 seconds or whatever, I don't care because I want to be able to give back. And if you see me giving, if you give me something, then I'm pretty sure the power of will prick your heart and you will give to this organization because I'm giving back to you. I'm giving back to the special needs community. I'm giving back. I'm giving back my time, my energy, all of this, sitting here doing this, the research, all of that, because I want you to be saved from what they're doing out here in these streets. This have been the Real Issues Report. I appreciate you all for what you're doing in my life. I thank you. You are the best. You are the best. I really appreciate it. I thank everyone. So please go and donate. Just donate. You can hit it up on HAPS. You can send it to, let me see what you can do. They can't talk, but we can at gmail.com. That's for the special need kids. Or you can do WMQG 106.5 FM at gmail.com. And that's all through PayPal. You can, if you can do that, if you can, I appreciate it. You can go on the site WMQGradio.com. That's going to help me. It's going to help the special needs community, and it's going to help you because I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing to bring you the best in music and the grease.
Already millionaires, larger tax breaks. They try to tell you that this legislation is about the kids and the babies and it's all about the children.
And they don't support legislation like Joe Biden's so-called Build Back Better, which does nothing but put money in the pockets of those who want to be out working like the rest of us.
By the way, Hillary Clinton existed 30,000 emails. They've been deleted.
Thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow with some more grease on WMQG and on Haps. Thank you, Haps, for allowing me to say this. If it's the music, I apologize. I will go and look and see if I can. If I can play music, I will continue playing music along with WMQG Radio. All right, this is Rahn Anthony. Love you. I'll bring you some more. Go to Telegram. You can go and I'll give you some more words of encouragement. Love you all. This is Ron.